Welcome here to Shy Sports Live. We have game number 1 of this series between the Chicago Cubs and the Atlanta Braves. Hello everyone, my name is Harold as we get set for first pitch coming up in a few minutes. Cubs trying to turn around some offensive slumping here. No runs in the last 22 innings. Shutout in both games both games 2 and 3 against the Texas Rangers. Lineups in first pitch coming up next. The Cubs facing the Braves, two of the hottest teams in the MLB. Coming up next, this is Cubs baseball on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back here to Shy Sports Live. We have the Cubs and the Atlanta Braves here in game number 1 of this 3-game set. Hello everyone, my name is Harold. So you get set to broadcast game number 1. Cubs versus Braves, as the Braves did a nice little tribute to both Bobby Cox and Mr. Turner. Both passed away. Cubs and the Braves coming up here in just a minute and a half or so. Cubs looking to beat the Atlanta Braves and continue to move closer to getting that top spot as one of the more top premier teams in the major leagues. The Cubs facing off against the Braves. So we get set here for first pitch. Let's take a look at some lineups here between these two teams as the Cubs are facing off against the Atlanta Braves. First for the visiting Atlanta Braves, for the visiting Chicago Cubs. So the first through 3 hitters will be Nico Hoerner, Michael Conforto, and Alex Bregman. The 4 through 6, Ian Happ, Seiya Suzuki, Michael Busch. And the 7 through 9 hitters, Moises Ballesteros, Dansby Swanson, and Pete Armstrong. The starting 9 outfield for the home team Atlanta Braves. Left to right field, Mauricio Dubon. In left field, Michael Harris II in center field. Mike Yastrzemski in right field. Third to first base, Austin Riley at third. Ha-Sung Kim at short. Ozzie Albies at second base. And Matt Olson at first base. And the first of 2 battery mates behind the plate, Drake Baldwin, the Rookie of the Year winner last season, will face off again. We'll have Grant Holmes as his other battery mate for these two teams. As Nico Hoerner, he's ready for baseball. So are we, as Grant Holmes, 22nd overall pick by the Dodgers in 2014, throws a cutter, and he needs to pick up his strikeout rate. It was down quite a bit last season, as the Cubs will try and avoid striking out a lot today. By Grant Holmes on the mound, making his 8th starts. as the Cubs get set. Ball is thrown in the center field. We are ready for some baseball as Nico Hoerner steps up to the plate. Nico Hoerner steps up. We are ready for some play ball baseball. I want to thank everyone for tuning in for the first time in a long time. It's been a long time since we broadcasted the game here on Shy Sports Live. As Grant Holmes' first pitch to Nico Hoerner is a fastball off the plate for ball one. 1-0 as we are underway here from Truist Park, just north of downtown Atlanta. Nico hitting .278 on the season, 4 home runs. 1-0. It's foul out of play, 1-1. On the strike for Grant Holmes, back-to-back fastballs to get the at-bat going on the outer half of the plate. The first one was well off the plate. The second one was on the corner, and Nico fouled it off. Nico doing his usual timeout, steps back into the box. Holmes is ready to 1-1. Another fastball out is prior to the plate is fouled back. It's 1-2 now on Nico. Nico versus sliders and sweepers this season, hitting .424. That's second among players with 25 or more at-bats. 1-2. Ball pulled foul on the ground. It was a sweeper or a slider, one of the two. As Grant Holmes, he throws his slider 46% of the time against righties, 31% against lefties. Throws a four-seamer more against lefties. Barely throws a sinker at all the lefties. Here's the 1-2. Another off-speed pitch, fouled off. Another slider, still 1-2. Take a look at our umpires for today's ball game. Behind the plate, Tyler Jones. At first, Sean Barmer. At second, John Lipka. And at third, James Hoy. 70 degrees and clear skies in Atlanta. The 1-2. Little weak chop, Grombo hit the Riley, grabs it, charging, fires the first in time, making a nice play there, getting the first out of the ball game. With one out, that'll bring a Michael Conforto. Braves pitching this season have the highest percentage of sliders and sweepers thrown this season, 29% if you round up. Marlins in first place, 5% or 4% higher at 33% if you round up. So it took 6 pitches to get Nico Hoerner out. Holmes will come set. Pitching out of the stretch, first pitch. Fastball misses high, the ball 1 to Conforto. In his career against Holmes, Conforto 3 for 5 as a double. He's walked 3 times. He struck out twice. There's a 1-0. There's a swing and a miss on a nice changeup. 1-1 now on Conforto. Conforto will take his timeout. Here's a 1-1. Inside corner, that's a strike, 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes on Conforto. 1-2. Foul tipped into the glove, strike 3. That's out number 2. So a weak ground out and a strikeout for Holmes. Another wing of Alex Bregman. Well, the fastball high would have been above the zone. Conforto chased it, and that's out number 2. Here's Alex Bregman. Hitting .233. He's in a bit of a slump for the Cubs. First pitch. Ground ball hit towards short. Kim grabs it, fires the first, and that is out number 3. Cubs go down in order 1, 2, 3. To the bottom of the first to go. Cubs and Braves on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back here to Shy Sports Live. As bottom of the first inning, Cubs against the Braves. Take a look at the Braves lineup. Here at the bottom of the first inning, Drake Baldwin, Ozzie Albies, Matt Olson, the first 2 hitters, Michael Harris the second, Mauricio Dubon, and Austin Riley the 4 through 6. Dominic Smith, Ha-Seong Kim, and Mike Yastrzemski ran out to 79. For the Cubs, left to right field and defensively, Ian Happ, Pete Armstrong, Seiya Suzuki, third to first base, Alex Bregman, Dansby Swanson, in the corner, and Michael Bush. Moises Ballesteros behind the plate, and Colin Ray ran out the first of 2 battery mates. So we get set here for the bottom half of the first inning, Cubs versus the Braves here in Game 1 of this 3-game set. First pitch from Colin Ray is on the corner for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 from Ray. Ground ball pulled towards first. Bush will grab it. Underhand flips to Ray, and that is a quick first out. Similar to how the Cubs often started, the ground outs. So here is Ozzie Albies. Ozzie Albies, a long-time Atlanta Brave. It's been really durable, too. First pitch. Fastball in there at third. That's a strike, 0-1. Ozzie hitting .306 on the season. 8 home runs, 25 RBIs in 41 games. 0-1. It's foul to play, 0-2 now on Albies. Here's the 0-2. So I'll have to play with a changeup 1-2 now. First time we broadcasted Ballesteros catch you behind the plate. 1-2, slap foul ball. Do it again. Albies in his career against the Cubs has the second highest OPS against the Cubs. Mark McGwire above him. A lot of high-caliber names out there. The 1-2, little flare down the right field line. Past Bush, but it's foul. Still 1-2. Cubs and Braves scoreless through 5 batters in this game. Cubs went down in order 1-2-3. A couple of groundouts and a strikeout for the offense to start at the top of the first. The 1-2. Check swing. They appeal to third. No, says Hoy. It's 2-2 now on Albies. Look at the side angle here. Pretty close, but check the swing. A little bit more body action than arm action. That's just off the plate. And Ballesteros is going to challenge. I believe this is off the plate. Let's see what this call is. It looked like it was off the plate on the box. And it is off the plate. So it's a full count. And the Cubs are already down to their one last challenge of the game already. Three-two. Chopper hit towards first again. Bush grabs it, flips it underhand to Ray, and that's 2 outs now. Couple 3-1 putouts to start this game. And that'll bring up Matt Olson. Colin Ray, 10 pitches to get 2 weak groundouts to the first. 52.5% on the ground ball percentage for Ray to start this season so far. Number 42 game. This is game number 43. 42, sorry. That's it on the hands, fouled off. 0-1 now on Olson. Olson hitting .296 in 41 games, 14 home runs, 36 RBIs, 377 on base, and .654 slugging. 0-1, that's up and away, 1-1. Very tough for a left-handed power hitter. Not a guy you want to make a mistake to. The 1-1. Fly ball left field. Happ will camp under, makes the catch for the third out. Braves go down in order 1, 2, 3. Cubs and Braves scoreless after a half inning of play. Welcome back here to Shot Sports Live. Cubs and Braves scoreless through one complete inning of play. 4 groundouts between the two teams combined. And a flyout along with 1 strikeout. Top of the second here in Atlanta, scoreless after 1 full inning of play. Cubs and Braves in game 1 of this 3-game sets. I want to thank everyone for tuning in as the Cubs face off against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch from Grant Holmes. Ian Happ is low in off to play with a fastball for ball 1. 233 start for Happ. 9 home runs, 18 RBIs in 39 games this year for Ian. 1-0, that's zone in. 2-0 now. Walt Weiss in his first year managing for the Braves. Swinging a miss, strike 1. Managed for the Rockies for a decent amount of time prior to Bud Black's hiring in Colorado. It's been a bench coach for a few years. Here's a line drive right field, but right at Yastrzemski for the first out. So 4 of 4 down for Grant Holmes. First bit of hard contact there. 106 miles per hour on the exit velocity. One going now to bring him Seiya Suzuki. First pitch. Misses low for ball 1, 1-0. Swinging a miss, 1-1. Nice slider for Holmes again. 17 pitches in for Holmes, and he's thrown 12 strikes already. So hitting 293, 7 home runs in 27 games. 1-1 at the knees. That's a strike. 1-2 now on Suzuki. It's a fastball at the knees. One, 2. That's slow. 2-2 now. Slider in the dirt. Two. Swing and a miss, strike three, and a nice slider. That's out number 2 now. 2 gone here in the top of the second inning. Second strikeout for Grant Holmes today. Got a fastball strikeout last inning. Gets a slider strikeout this inning. Here's Michael Busch. First pitch to him. Low in for ball 1. Bushy hitting .238 on the season. 3 home runs in 40 games. I feel like we would like to see some more home runs from him. The 1-0. Outer third, that's a strike. Looked like that was a cutter. 1-1 now. 20 RBIs for Bushy in his last 19 games. Holmes up to 22 pitches now. 1-1. Low in with the slider, 2-1 now. Two balls and a strike. 2-1. Off to play with a fastball, 3-1 now. Cubs trying to get their first run in what's now been 23 innings since a run. 3-1. In a dirt ball 4. Holmes walks Busch. Cubs get their first base runner. You can cancel the perfect game post-game show. So here's Moises Ballesteros. 7-hole hitter, the catcher for the Cubs today. Trying to break out of his slump. Hitting .265, 6 home runs, 19 RBIs for Ballesteros. First pitch. Line drive off the glove of Albies. He's still going to have a play here. Flips it to Olsen and makes the play for the third out. Hard hit line drive, but the Cubs don't score. We'll head to the bottom of the second here in Atlanta. You listen to Cubs Baseball on Shy Sports Live. Welcome back here to Shy Sports Live. Cubs and Braves here in the bottom of the second inning. Cubs and Braves tied at 0 scoreless through an inning and a half. The Cubs got their first base runner in the top half of this inning. It was a Michael Busch walk, but nothing else. As first pitch from Colin Ray to Michael Harris is a ground ball hit towards first, but foul. Already had 2 groundouts to Michael Busch today. Harris hitting 313, 7 home runs, 38 games this season with the neon green cleats. We'll get you the look in a second, and this is in 1-1 on the cutter. Neon green cleats, shin pad, one arm sleeve, elbow pad, batting gloves, and here's a high fly ball hit well to right center field. Suzuki and PCA converge, but it's PCA just in front of the track making a catch for the first out. But anyways, a lot of neon green for Mr. Michael Harris. 106 miles per hour in exit velocity. Must have gone under it a bit. So here's Mauricio Dubon. Cubs and Braves tied at scoreless 0-0. One out here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch from Colin Ray. Fastball inside corner. It's a strike 0-1. Dubon came up with the Giants, hitting 271 on the season. Really good defenseman. It's a line drive foul, 0-2 now. Not really a power hitting guy, more of a contact guy, but it's really good in defense. It's 0-2 on him now. Here's the 0-2. On a line drive, one hopper, right to Horner. Grabs, fires the first, and that is out number 2. So 2 gone here in the bottom half of the second inning. Looking like a Boston Riley. He's trying to break out of a season-long funk right now. Hitting 213 on the season. 5 home runs, 24 RBIs in 41 games. Trying to get some more hits. First pitch. Swinging a miss on a nice cutter, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. And on the hands, fouled off 0-2 now. He is hitting near 300, just slightly below 300, 10 for 33 in the month of May. 12 days in. Here's the 0-2. Fly ball hit well, right center field. PCA and Suzuki converge. PCA, what a catch, leaping into the wall. Give him the platinum glove now. Cubs and Connery go down in order 1, 2, 3. What a play to end the bottom of the second inning. Scoreless after 2 on Shy Sports Live.
I'm back. I'm desperately empty. No effort for me. That's pressure. I'm chase. I'll get her. I'm back. I'm desperate.
Welcome back here to Shy Sports Live. Cubs versus the Braves here. 2 complete innings. Pete Armstrong with another wonderful defensive play, robbing Austin Riley of extra bases to end at the bottom of the second inning. Dansby Swanson, a former Brave, played all of his career with the Braves and the Cubs. We'll lead it off first for the Cubs here in the top half of this third inning. Cubs baseball here on Shy Sports Live. Cubs versus Braves, game 1 of this 3-game set. First pitch from Grant Holmes. Fastball up to play for ball 1. Arietta, Georgia native. Dansby Swanson hitting .201 on the year, 6 home runs, 40 games. Top prospect in the Atlanta Braves organization when he was with them. 1-0. Shot foul, 1-1. Won a World Series with the Braves back in 2021. 2022 All-Star. 6 years in the bigs with the Braves. 102 home runs, 411 RBIs, 255 average. Swing and a miss. Another nice slider from Holmes. 1-2 now on Swanson. Second most in Braves history for shortstop and home runs. A 1-2 count on Swanson. One, two. Going away, 2-2. Jeff Blauser at number 1 in the Braves organization. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs, top of the third. Braves and Cubs scoreless. The 2-2. Ground ball hit weakly towards short. All right, the first is Kim, and that is out number 1. So one gone, then we're going to Pete Armstrong, the man who robbed Austin Riley of extra bases, making another excellent play for the center fielder, showcasing why he is a Platinum Glove winner, or should be. See if we can get a hit here. First pitch in the dirt, no offer, 1-0. PCA 245 on the season. +9 and outs above average. 2 behind Bobby Witt Jr. at 11. Colson Montgomery with the White Sox, +7. Tied with Nico Hoerner. 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1, slider in the dirt. Here's the 1-1. Nice backdoor slide at the knees for a strike, 1-2 now. Only pitcher to strike out 15 or more batters in a game since the start of last season. That was a June 15th start last year against the Rockies. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Shot foul. Do it again. Holmes will come set. 1-2. Swing and a miss under the ball in the dirt. That'll be out number 2. Another strikeout for Holmes. And that'll send us back to the top of the order. Nico Hoerner for Holmes. That is 3 strikeouts now for him through 2 2/3. Hoerner grounded out to third to Riley in his last at bat. Average now down to 276. Near the knee or a little bit low on Nico. It's called a strike on 1. Very, very close. Cubs would like to get some runs here. Here's the 0-1. It's found out to play 0-2 now in Hoerner. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the third. 38 pitches in for Holmes. 0-2. Fly ball, right field. This will be playable for Yastrzemski. Near foul territory, he'll make the catch for the third out. Cubs and Braves scoreless at 0 through 2.5. To the bottom of the third to go here on Shy Sports Hub. Welcome back to Shy Sports Time. Cubs and Braves scoreless after 2.5 in Atlanta. No hits for either team through the first 2.5 innings of play. As Colin Ray is back on to face Dominic Smith, the 7-0 hitter, here in the bottom of the third inning. Cubs versus Braves, game 1 of this 3-game set. Two of the best teams in the majors and in the National League. First pitch from Colin Ray. Fastball right there for strike 1, 0-1. Smith, the 7-0 hitter. 329 in 31 games, 4 home runs for Smith. All that has basically been against righties. Chops that one foul, 0-2 now. Has 6 plate appearances for against lefties to Smith. He's 0 for 5. Does have a sac fly. 352 against righties with the 4 home runs. Played some time with the White Sox, the 0-2. Checked his swing to appeal to third. Hoy says no, it's 1-2 now. One, two. Change up a little way. 2-2 now. Two balls, 2 strikes on Smith. Fouls that one off. Do it again. Two. Another foul ball. By the way, Ray already still perfect. First pitch strike, 7 for 7 right now. We'll see if that continues with Kim and Yastrzemski to round out the first 9 hitters. 2-2. Change up low, no offer from Smith. 3-2 now. See what Colin Ray can do here. 3-2. On a line drive past Horner, and that'll be the first hit of the game for either team. Line drive single on the right center field for Dominic Smith. Breaks up the postgame show for the Cubs. And the leadoff base runner is on. Here's Ha-Seong Kim. First at bat in the big leagues this year. Looks at a pitch off to play for ball one. So 1-0. Inside corner now looked a little in, but Ray gets the call for a strike, 1-1. By the way, that was the first pitch being a ball. Broke up that first pitch strike in a row. Ends at 7. 1-1. Little check swing foul ball. 1-2 now on Kim. Played with Tampa Bay last year, as well as sometime here in Atlanta. 1-2. Not slow, 2-2 now. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. 1 away. Count's going to run full. Back-to-back full counts now for Ray here in this third inning. Both at bats started with balls. Or sorry, not both at bats. Another foul ball. Full count on Kim. Dominic Smith giving the game's first hit of the game for either team. Leading off the bottom of this third with a line drive single to right center field. 3-2. Ground ball hit towards second. Horner's got the slide. Fires the first. Nice play from Nico Hoerner. Think he might have misjudged how fast it was hit because he wasn't necessarily going after it as hard as before, but made a nice play reaching out with 1 out on send us to the nine leader is Yastrzemski. I think the ball bounced up a little bit or had some front spin on the dirt. First pitch to Yastrzemski, change up low. It's 1-0. So Ray through the first 9 innings, 7-9. First pitch strikes, 78%. The first 9. The 1-0. In their first strike, 1-1 on a cutter. Yastrzemski hitting 200. No home runs on the year in 38 games. Here's the 1-1. Open away 2-1 now on Yastrzemski. There's a 2-1. Fleur left field line of play 2-2 now on Yaz. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out the bottom of the third. Dominic Smith on second. 2-2. Line drive, left field, that is going to fall in front of Happ. Smith is going to make the turn. He's going to come home and score. And it's a 1-0 start for the Braves. Line drive single for the Yaz. They lead it 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. Pitch basically right down the middle line to left field. Then it's back to the top of the order for Drake Baldwin. It's RBI number 7 for Yastrzemski. First pitch to Baldwin is a strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Outer third, that's a strike going 2 down, Baldwin. Take his timeout. Go 2. Fell out of play. Throw over to first, and Yastrzemski gets back in time. One disengagement used. Braves ring first and runs the game, batting average and slugging, 4th and on base, 2nd in home runs, 21st in stolen bases, 30th, dead last in the league in success rate. Swing and a miss, strike 3, that's out number 2. Now they'll give Ray his first strikeout. Then we got Ozzie Albies, 0 for 1 today, grounded out to Nico Horner in his last at bat. To Michael Busch in his last at bat. First pitch. Oh, nice action on that sinker changeup. Catching in our third first strike, 0-1 on Albies. Here's the 0-1. Yastrzemski feinted. Weak chopper at the Bush, and that'll be the third out. But about 1 run in on RBI single for Yastrzemski. Breaks the tie. What's in the 4th in Atlanta? 1-0 Braves on Shy Sports Live.